Hey everybody, this is Lee Beatty, and I want to welcome you guys to how to make your content sticky within Facebook. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reveal one of the kind of really cool things that I actually cover in the social tab. Uh, and I'm going to do it in this training today. So, for those of you who don't know me, I've been marketing online for over 7 years. I have done traditional web development, video marketing. I'm a mobile app developer. Well, actually, I'm a reseller. And I really enjoy making products now. I actually enjoy do video trainings. I enjoy doing actual courses to actually help offline businesses. I'm basically a business consultant. I left corporate America to pursue my dream of being an entrepreneur, and also to help individuals succeed online with mobile apps for their business, with social media strategies, with video marketing, web development, so on and so forth. But today, what I'm going to go through is how to make your content sticky. And this is actually one of the kind of mini modules that I actually cover inside the course right here. Social, right there, I guess. Let me get my finger on the screen there. So that right there, and you can actually get it right here. Trying to center myself up. So basically, this is one of the it's one of the many modules within Social Tap that I cover. And today I'm going to talk about how to make your content sticky, because a lot of people are doing things and are using Facebook in a way that you don't necessarily have to have a budget, or you can start out as little as really starting out fan pages. And really, that's what this course is about. Social Tap is about. Really, it's a newbie friendly guide to starting marketing online, and really that's essentially why I created it. It was for somebody like me when I first started. For those of you who don't know my story, I was a field service engineer in the semiconductor field, and eventually I was a safety coordinator, and that's where I kind of had my aha moment. And when I had that aha moment, I had at the same time I had a huge website network that I was setting up, and I got hacked, and I lost a lot of websites. And then I rededicated myself after kind of dusting myself off, and I lost hundreds more. And then basically what I did was I just decided that it wasn't for me to continually put websites up, to get hacked, to continuously go over and over and over and over and over having to host it, having to find a URL, even though that's stuff that I still do. It's just something that I shied away from, because I lost literally over 500 websites. And that's not including subdomains, not including add-on domains, things like that. And it really kind of crushed a bunch of my servers that I was, developing at the time, for not just to develop, to make money, but also so I can have my own private blog network. And for me, I'm just like many of you. I have a dream to want to do better. Excuse all the movement, but really, essentially, what this comes down to was, I really shied away from web development. I went towards social media and Facebook, more importantly. And what I decided to do was really dedicate myself and learn social media like I did web development, because it took me a long time to kind of get over the hurdles of really being able to sustain online without feeling like I was going to break the internet. And I was the kind of job that I had. It was very, very. It's worth mentioning that anything that you could do at any given time could actually take down an actual machine or a tool, and it can literally crush your the output within that manufacturing facility. So with that being said, I literally had kind of a phobia. I was a technophobe, because I had that fear of being a field service engineer and really trying to apply that to the internet. And it just took a little while to get over perseverance and things like that. And then after losing my big huge network of sites, I gravitated towards Facebook. So within Social Tap, again here, right there, Social Tap. I wanted to create a course that was for somebody like me, for somebody that is brand new, or somebody that is just having problems online, and they're having problems with all the crap that they're getting. I was one of those people, folks. I spent literally over $150,000, products, themes, backlinking software. I mean, you name it. I've spent money on it. because I wanted to test it out. And I was one of those people that I didn't develop the right mindset until after I got hacked. And then, that's when I noticed the results of my online business began to show dramatically, because folks, really the true indicator in your business on whether or not you're having success is your bank account. If your bank account's increasing, it's getting fatter, and you're able to eat more and have more luxuries in life, then obviously you're doing something right in your internet marketing journey. And if you're not, then obviously you're spending more money, you're jumping to the next shiny object, and you're just having issues. And essentially, for those of you that probably follow my video channel, if not, hey, subscribe to this channel. I do free trainings like this all the time. And I also do kind of impromptu, really suggestions. I mean, if you guys follow anything that I do, you guys know I try and over deliver with content, but also give you resources that you can actually use to really take your efforts to the next level. So, all right, so now that I blabbed your ear off with all that, let me go ahead and get to what is pertinent, and the pertinent information that you're here for, and that is how to make your content sticky and how to make it sticky within Facebook. So what I'm going to suggest to you today is using a couple things that are free resources. One, it is making use of Facebook. Facebook is the #2 overall rated website in the world, and more importantly, they have a free resource within Facebook called a Facebook fan page. You might have heard of it, maybe you haven't. Facebook fan pages are basically they're what you would consider Web 2.0 property within Facebook, that you can put up pages, niche specific pages, or pages revolving around any kind of topic, product, service, or whichever the case, and you can invite the folks within Facebook to start liking, sharing, and interacting with your content. And it's a really an intuitive way to keep people that are on Facebook in Facebook by giving them a much better experience. And there's a lot of cool ways that using that Facebook fan page can help you. One more importantly is providing very good quality content. And today what I'm going to suggest, I'm just going to suggest that you provide quality content. But if you don't know how to get quality content, what I'm going to actually suggest to you is that, put this mic closer. What I'm going to suggest is something that you can do called content curation. Okay. It's something I've actually been doing. It's something that is suggested in the social tab. It's something that this is kind of one of the many modules I cover within the article section of this. And really what I'm going to cover today is that. So somewhat, I'm going to touch base on it. I'm going to give you some training, and you can decide whether or not what I'm saying is useful. And the great part about it is I launched this course. It's $7 right now. I have it on a dime, so I've not taken any JVs. I've done no notifications out there. I haven't even launched. I literally just put it out there. And really, I've done it in what I consider to be the incorrect manner for a case study reason, to actually show people, hey, you want to make sure and kind of step up your game. When you step up your game, you got to take the right steps and use the right resources to do that. But when you're doing that, there's also a process, and that's essentially what I'm going to cover today. Is when you want to make your content sticky, it's not just slapping some content together, putting it out there, expecting people to interact with it. A lot of times you want to make sure that what your niche is in is something that it's relevant. It's what I consider to be evergreen. It's a niche that has a lot of passionate people, that has a lot of people that are willing to interact with your content and really give you or anybody else the opportunity to really interact with that content. And that's really what it's all about. So today, as I'm actually going through this, just remember that everything I'm going to talk about within Facebook and Facebook fan pages is really going to be revolved around a very key resource called a Facebook Note. Okay, so first, I'm just going to assume you use Facebook. Second, I'm going to assume that you know what a Facebook fan page is. And third, I'm just going to assume that you are a marketer. You're somebody that is looking to potentially make your content sticky. And really, whether it be an article, whether it be an image, whether it be a press release, whether it be a video, whichever the case, what I'm going to suggest to you today is essentially, my version of making content sticky. Second thing I want to point out to you here. Look at this here. I put this on here. I use a free resource. Again, every time I do these, this is an overlay. As you can see, this little bar here, it stands out. It's a little different. But I use hangoutmagics.com. It's a free resource by Bertrando. They offer free services out there. but this is a great way to use an overlay. So anytime you're doing videos like this, use Hangout Magics. I don't personally get paid for this. I just like using it and I like pointing it out. So it's something that I haven't used a lot of, and really told people about. I do know I'm talking about making content sticky. This is a cool resource, hangoutmagics.com. So just go there, check it out. You could actually make these custom overlays and all this other stuff. So, that's kind of my plug there. All right. And the second thing is, again, I'm going to assume you're using Facebook. You understand what a Facebook fan page is versus a group. Okay, it's a big difference. Facebook fan pages are very different than Facebook groups, and that can be debated in many different ways. And you got to excuse my phone in the background. I did some LinkedIn training today that I'm doing kind of a case study. I did like some intense 30-minute laser targeted action, and you're probably going to hear my phone kind of beeping through this, so just excuse the background noise. All right, so getting back onto this. So, folks, it doesn't matter if it's your content, if it's original, if it's somebody else's content, if it's you're borrowing somebody's content. Folks, what I'm going to suggest today is actually content curation. Really, just to keep it simple, and that's really actually what I cover in Social Tap. I don't recommend that you if you want to put your own content together and you want to put your own series of articles together, longer articles, whatever it may be, by all means, go ahead and do that. It's another means of using to really get those longer articles out there and get more engagement. Your status update is not really the place to make your content sticky. So first, before I get into all that, let me get into what I know to be true. Okay, one, I've created hundreds of fan pages. Okay, and what I'm talking about is this is a method I use, and this is the method I share within the Social Tap. Okay, there's no little blinking light, and obviously I'm trying to plug it because I want as many people who are new or having trouble online to pick that up, because folks, I don't want this course to be priced out of your ballpark. Next thing you know, you're like, oh crap, I should have got it when the price was low. That's why I keep suggesting. That's why I keep saying it. So anyway, what I do, okay, inside Facebook fan pages, they have what you call free apps. These are free resources that are within Facebook that Facebook provides for you. They are the Events tab, the Photos tab, the Videos tab. Okay, just to name a few. They have a poll tab in there. But what they also have is called a Facebook Note. A Facebook Note is the micro-blogging platform within a Facebook fan page. Okay, so first, in order for you to understand sticky content, you got to understand that Facebook is going to lend, or they're going to leverage that Facebook Note and that internal Facebook structure of a fan page and the app within the Facebook fan page. And if it's relevant content, they're going to direct more eyes to that traffic. Okay, even though the organic reach is taking a plummet, just remember, Google still indexes this content. Google still spiders this. Yahoo still does that. So does Bing. Remember, Bing and Bing and Facebook are partners as far as if you do the search query within Facebook, that it's Bing results that you're getting rather than Google or Yahoo or Ask or anything else. So just keep in mind that these fan pages, that when you put these niche specific fan pages and these topic based fan pages, you're literally that information spider. The second thing that is worth noting, and really the Facebook Note feature of that, this is your chance to really be able to provide those articles. Okay, whether it be your own, whether it be somebody else's, whether it be something relevant. I highly recommend you look at the content curation strategy. And it's something I cover in here. I don't suggest that you try and recreate the wheel. You try and really make everything as simplistic as possible within your Facebook fan pages, because folks, it's the #2 overall rated website in the world. It has 1.28 billion active users. It's the largest person directory in the world, and people are interested in what you are putting out there. So remember, there's the advantages of the internal Facebook search engines, okay, and the internal the interest within Facebook, but also if you put the content together correctly, it's going to be spidered. If the information is good, Google is going to pick that content up, so you can be found in many different ways. So that's the first way of understanding this. So using Facebook, then using a Facebook fan page, and then using a Facebook Note. That's the first I guess, quote unquote, scratching the surface of understanding how to make something sticky, obviously using Facebook. The second is when I say content curation. So let's just say, even though I'm doing this as really a presentation, me telling you this, I'm going to go over the shoulder here in a minute. You can actually see that and kind of go from there. But what I'm suggesting is, if there is something, let's just say that your fan page is about baseball factoids or whichever the case, and obviously with Derek Jeter, it was his final home game, in the last day or so, and like he's retiring. That's big news. That's going to be something that people in the baseball community, especially Yankee fans, they're going to be really appreciating what his body of work has been. So anything that you're going to post about Derek Jeter, whether it be somebody from CNN, whether it be from ESPN, or whichever the case, you can take that information, plug that into the Facebook note, and then you can put your intro and you can put your outro on it, and you're still giving an outbound link to that. All right, so let me back up for those of you who probably didn't catch that. Basically, what I'm suggesting is you take what is relevant out there around your topic. I just gave baseball factoids. Let's just say that, again, whether it be a Vine video, whether it be a YouTube video, whether it be an ESPN video, whether it be an article, whether it be a press release, whichever the case. What I'm suggesting is you use that content, and then you add to the front of that content, to the top of it, the first couple sentences. And I did a video about this several months ago about doing this strategy, actually. And what I'm suggesting is this article, say 450, 500 words long. What I'm suggesting is you write why you use this article, why you felt this article was pertinent to your audience within your fan page. Okay, so then what you're doing is you're giving a couple interesting keywords that are based around that actual article, and then you're giving an outro, or maybe you want to write 3-4 sentences, regarding your thoughts on it. It doesn't have to be perfect, because the article that you're grabbing is perfect already. It's already going to be leveraged. And the cool part about it is, by you taking that content and you providing that link back to that page, what happens as a result? You're showing that you're giving that content that you have right there on your Facebook note an immediate authority outbound link. Hopefully you're grabbing authority content. I guess I should have said that in advance. Hopefully you're grabbing from authoritative sources that people know, like, and trust. But when you actually use that article and you provide the outbound link, regardless of what you say on top of that, you're not stealing it, folks. Okay, you're adding to it. I mean, it's just like anything that the Huffington Post does, just like something that, I can go on and on and on. That's a lot of these internet marketing websites that you're seeing. You can do that within there. What I'm suggesting is using your Facebook fan page to do that, using Facebook Note to do that. All right, so you're not having to recreate the wheel, and it really takes essentially not very much time to actually put something up, make it stand out, and really make it relevant. Okay, and I'm going to assume, for those of you that want your content to be sticky, okay, organically, what this does is it kind of funnels down into your actual fan page. So it's like, it's Facebook, it's a fan page, it's a Facebook note. Okay, so it's just essentially funneling down into that note. And then again, if you're doing pay-per-click on top of that, essentially you're going to be leveraging that same article. Okay, so for all of you that probably are going to argue with this whole needing to have a website, okay, there's a lot of advantages to that. And so what happens, here's my question I propose to you all, is you use Facebook Note. It essentially acts the same thing as a blog post. That's exactly what I use it for. Okay, it's what I've used it for in the past. It's what I've used it for up until this morning, actually. And I use that to be my internal micro blogging platform. Okay, I use it almost essentially like a WordPress blog. Okay, the only thing is, I'm not paying for hosting. I'm not paying for the URL name, and I'm not worried about all the security. If I have to have an SSL certificate, if I've got, if I start driving too much traffic to it, is this actual content going to get hacked? The only disadvantage to that is you can't put your advertising in there. Okay, You can't do some things. There are some things that are a setback to not using, say, your own website. You can't use like AdSense, or you can't use info links or anything like that. So then the monetization portion of this is very different. Okay, so even though you're going to make this content sticky by using Facebook Note and using somebody else's curated content, and you add to the top and add to the bottom of that, we also provide an outbound link. But more than likely, if you're not monetizing it, send them to, say, another resource, a 22 social page. And for those of you who don't know what 22 social is, 22 social is, just type in 22 social review. You can watch my video there. I'm the very top slot there. I did a pretty not intense, but a pretty thorough review of 22 social. And there's been some added features that have allowed people to really add. The 22 social community has allowed for better monetization, so that you don't have to even go outside of Facebook itself. So it makes it really, really neat. The other thing, by you doing that, okay, all you did, you copied an article, you gave your thoughts on it, your original thoughts. And I'm not saying plagiarize, folks. I'm not even saying change the article. I'm saying take that article, add to the top, add to the bottom, give your thoughts on it, personalize the experience. So what happens within your Facebook fan page, that sticky post called the FB Note, based on that, say, Derek Jeter post that was made, or whichever, for that baseball fanatic fan page. That's they give an example that I've provided. Really, what that does for you is a few things. Okay, that again, you're driving all that traffic from Facebook to your fan page to your Facebook Note. Excuse me. You're sending it to that microblogging platform. If your information is relevant, think about what I'm suggesting to you here, folks. So you should have had an aha moment here, but hopefully I'm gonna clarify this enough to where I'm gonna even take it to that level. Okay, because I'm gonna give you a demonstration of what I'm talking about. But let's just say that I say that Derek Jeter post, and I don't on the platform that I'm looking at right now, I don't even have a baseball fanatics page. Okay, but I'll do it in bubbles just so that you completely understand. Okay, but what you can do is, when you literally share that curated content, say from ESPN, CNN, whichever the case, and you add your information to the top, you add it to the bottom. What you're doing is you personalize it. You let somebody else really to do all the hard work for you, so you didn't have to essentially recreate the wheel. You let somebody that is probably a journalism major or whatever the case, who is a really, really great writer, write a great piece for you, and then all you did is add to it. It's essentially like leaving a comment below, like in the comment section on the when you scroll down that page and you see that hey, some people are using the Facebook comments section of it. So think about what I'm saying to you here. Okay, just think about it for a second. You're using an authoritative link that has already a comment section to it. So when you add your personalized thoughts on it, and then you'll say on the bottom, hey, this is what some of these other people were saying. Boom. You can literally take, copy, and paste if you wanted to. You don't have to, but you can. And what this does, folks, by you giving an outbound link, and what you're doing is you're directing everything through your fan page. Then let's just say, excuse me, I know it's just itching. So anyway, what you're doing is, when you become social, so let's just say that you reach out to other fan page owners and you like something they posted or whatever the case, then you can actually share your FB Note or your fan page, or that post. You can literally share that in there, like if it's something that's related to, say, a Derek Jeter tribute, or a Derek Jeter farewell, or baseball topic, or baseball playoffs, or baseball season, or whichever. It doesn't matter. Okay, whatever other fan pages you're integrated with, and that's something that I talk about here, is about being social. Okay, but I'm kind of deviating from keeping it the content, how to make it sticky. Okay, folks. Okay, so let's just use the example of using your own original content. when you use your own original content, okay, you go through, you do the internal linking, you can outbound link. What I suggest when you use FB Note, and this is where the little pearls are right here, are that you literally, when you do an outbound link, you send an outbound link to a authoritative post. Okay, you're using your own content. Why am I suggesting that? That is an immediate way for that Facebook fan page to immediately align itself with what is the first or second result on Google. Wink, wink, hint, hint. Trying to give as many indicators as possible. But that's a way for your content, A, to get sticky, B, to have those spiders and be indexed quicker, to have that content indexed quicker, okay, in your Facebook note. Okay, I know I haven't even shown you this at all. What I'm suggesting to you is a couple different methods. Okay, so let's just say I'm gonna take the original example. I'm gonna go the original example, and then I'm gonna give you as modification. So let's just say you take that original content, you have your own added content, and at the bottom of that you give some other link sources that you literally post to, you know, hey, referencing what that article says, whether it be on USA Today or CNN or ESPN, and that's just what I'm giving. It could be Huffington Post, it could be Daily Times, it could be, you know, you name it. Hopefully you're kind of getting the gist of what I'm talking about here. So essentially, by using that Facebook note and giving outbound links to that content, whether it be your original content or curated content with your original. I'm not saying plagiarize, folks. There's a big difference in what I'm saying with regard to stealing somebody's content and trying to reword it. And that's something that was put out there for a long time. That was actually what was suggested to me for the first 3 years I was online, is taking somebody else's content and rewriting it and making it your own. And I never thought it was ethical, but it was something that I was taught. Now, I don't say that's right, but now that I know better, it's like, that's complete crap. You know, the reason for that is pass on that link juice. If you're using somebody's article, pass that outbound link on to them, because what happens as a result, you are, one, aligning yourself with that. Two, you're giving your opinion or suggested opinions, or, you know, whatever information you have to add to it. And three, you can align yourself with other sources. And remember, you're using Facebook and that Facebook fan page, and okay, I guess it's good. You're using Facebook, so we'll just pretend it's an umbrella. Facebook fan page, or the Facebook fan page, and you're using the Facebook note. So basically what this does is, when you're sending these outbound links, not only is you know, the Facebook fan page a highly relevant information source, but when you start providing outbound links to it, you're using it as its own content curation process. What that's doing is that's immediately aligning you with other trusted sources. Okay. Two is, and this is one thing I absolutely love about Facebook, you can spend $5, you can promote that post, and what happens as a result? That content in turn is going to be, you know, shared, it's going to be liked, it's going to be commented on, and next thing you know, you're getting more people interacting with your actual fan page. That makes sense. Hopefully that makes some sense here, because what I'm talking about is what I consider to be the ultimate way of using sticky content. And, you know, really, if, you know, for all of you that actually watch to this point, what I like to do, since you're already using the Facebook fan page, you're already using Facebook note, why not align yourself with what's happening on Instagram, on Twitter, on Pinterest, and providing outbound links to those trusted social media sources. Okay, or if you're curating it, you know, you use one source, you curate it from another source, you curate. What happens eventually is that Facebook note becomes a unique piece of content. It becomes a sticky piece of content within inside your Facebook fan page. Does that make sense? Hopefully that's making sense to you. And folks, this strategy that I'm talking about here is what I consider to be the ultimate free way of doing it. And it doesn't take you very long at all to do this. you're literally going to copy and paste, and you add some of your own information on the top, and on the bottom you throw some outbound links on that, and then monetize it. Within Social Tap, I talk about using 22 Social. So if you have a 22 Social page that is, you know, a mobile optimized and social media optimized landing page, that is another tab inside, or another app, or another internal resource on a Facebook fan page. If you're driving all this content and keeping everything on Facebook, do you believe in your mind's eye, or do you believe it just what putting on your marketing camp here, do you think that you're going to be more relevant within Facebook, or do you think you're going to be more relevant within Google because of that? The answer is yes. Okay, think about it as far as the linking structure goes. You got Facebook, you got Facebook fan pages, you got Facebook Note. Okay, you got this Facebook Note that's 2 rungs deep inside Facebook, but then it's providing all these outbound links about other related topics around that specific topic. So in other words, what I'm suggesting is follow what these newspapers are doing, following what the Huffington Post does, follow what these authoritative websites do, and make your fan pages work for you. Okay, get more engagement, because I mean, you could do these, like, say, once a day, 2 or 3 times a day, whichever the case, you know, on top of all the other status updates. Sorry about that, folks. And really just kind of want to go from there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and do a share screen. Let me get this ready. How to make your content sticky in Facebook. See, well, there you go. So I love showing this, folks. Every time I do this, and this is maybe it's a brag thing, but I don't care. I like doing it. I like showing it. I'm sharing it now. There you go. So how to make your content sticky. That's me right there, uploaded by Lee Beatty 38 minutes ago. I'm talking about Social Tap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up Bubbles. You guys know I'm a big fan of Bubbles. I'm going to start a brainstorm. Okay. And it's something, this is another recommended resource. It's a free resource that I recommend inside the Social Tap. So you got Facebook. Excuse me, you got a fan page. Okay, and then what you have on the fan page, you have a free resource app called FB Note. Okay, and inside that FB Note, what I'm suggesting is this: you put you use curated content from trusted source. Then you, I guess it should, okay, add your own words, thoughts to above content. Okay, use curated content, trusted source, and then what I suggest here below that is, you know, 1 to 2 sentences in your own words. And then point, then use 3 to 5 highly relevant if I can spell sources. Twitter. I mean, no, don't show this again. Sorry about that, folks. I do this training. I'm just kind of pull this up. I'm gonna say Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, etc. Okay, or high PR website as well. So if the curated trusted source is, say, example is ESPN, is ESPN content. I say ESPN article. Then again, you want to add your own thoughts to it. You want to add, one or two sentences below. And folks, they don't have to be extensive. They don't have to be. Then what you do is use 3 to 5 relevant sources. So what I mean by that, so let's just say let's say Derek Jeter, right? So you type in Derek Jeter. There you go. Here's a Wikipedia post. See that right there? New York Times. Outbound link. USA Today, Boston Globe, right? Baseballreference.com. You see this right here? And let's just say Derek Jeter Twitter, right? So there you go. You can send it to his Twitter page or to the Yankees page. So what I'm suggesting here is that you align yourself immediately with your Facebook note with some of these other trusted sources. So you see this right here? Like if you did something on the @Yankees Twitter page, and you did something inside your Bubbles Facebook note page, okay, and you did it, and you curated all this content together. Folks, what I'm suggesting here is this takes literally, if this took you more than 5 minutes to do, then you're overthinking this. If it takes you up to 10 minutes and you want to just being a little bit more meticulous with your words and things like that, okay, understandable. But do not spend more than 10 minutes doing this, only because you're using curated content, you're using other relevant sources, the Twitters of the world, the E-Onlines of the world, et cetera, et cetera. So let's just say baseball. You see this right here? I mean, there's a lot of different sources that you can just pull from and, essentially monetize. So the good part about using that, at the bottom of this, the image I like to use, another hint resource is ThingLink. And this is an interactive image. And that's part of the literally of the social tap training. So I'm uncovering a lot of different stuff here for you guys that I don't typically do. But there you go. So that's essentially what I'm doing. So then what happens as a result? So you got, let's do this. So just so you can see what's going on here. And I'm going to simulate I'm going to simulate some things here. So we're going to say Google search engine, okay, Yahoo search engine, okay, do one more tab, Bing search engine, okay, and what is this doing right here? This is immediately connected to your fan page. This is connecting to this actual resource. So let me back this out a little bit so you can actually see what's happening here. So essentially, the Google is going to be providing, reference to, your fan page. Then Yahoo's going to do the same thing. They're going to say, oh, you know what? This is relevant content. And why is that? Because, folks, if you're following what I'm talking about here, you're providing outbound links. So you're immediately getting the Bings, the Googles, and the Yahoos of the world to immediately take note that, hey, there's not going to this actual article itself, and it's on Facebook. And Facebook, it essentially is going to lend itself to, potentially a trending. Like you get people talking about it, use the right kind of hashtags. It's something else I didn't put in here. Oops. Hashtags. Okay, you use all of this simultaneously. Remember, use up to 3 to 5 hashtags. Okay, in there, and if there's something that's aligning with it, then what's happening? Again, you're seeing these people, and or these sources, they're aligning, and they're sending you relevant traffic. And what that's doing is that's going to catch the attention of everybody else. So these outbound links. So let's just say that you got Twitter that you did at popular name at popular brand, etc. I hope you guys are understanding, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so what's happening at the same time? They're sending it to your fan page. They're sending it to your app. They're sending it to the actual page. You see what's happening here is you start this viral wave of traffic that, remember, all this is doing is it's looping into your Facebook fan page. So here, all right, let's just say here, it's looping, and it's all it's doing is it's going to garner more attention to your Facebook fan page, which is going to get you more viral. Okay, that's just with one post. Now, if you're posting on, say, like you schedule out your post, once every 2 hours, once every hour, you do it once a day, whatever the case. Maybe you do this Facebook note maybe at 9 o'clock. Maybe you do it at 1 o'clock. So it took you 10 minutes worth of work to schedule out the post. It maybe took you 30 minutes total for the day for that fan page. And when you're doing that, what happens? Okay, at the same time, let's say you have a budget of, say, $5. You boost this post, you promote this post. What happens? You just now took this fan page to another level. Okay, and then like other sources like Pinterest, Tumblr, Instagram, if I can spell, Rebel Mouse, and my new favorite, likes.com. It's really actually a pretty cool little setup. And then what that does is you're sending it to the content. You're sending it to your note page. You're sending it to your fan page. And I really like Likes for that, because that's a network that a lot of people don't know about, but it's one that it's got a built-in audience to it already. But you're seeing right there the functionality of that is second to none. All right, and again, when you start to take these actions, you spend roughly an hour of your time or so. Okay, and then I guess I should do one more. Let's go popular forums, or popular memes, or just popular videos, popular. You guys get the quote, okay? But what that's doing essentially is the same thing. It's pointing to it. It's pointing to that Facebook note. It's pointing to your fan page, okay? And folks, this essentially what I'm showing you right here, right now, this is the whole point in using social tap. This is what I'm talking about. You're socially tapping into the internet like never before. And this is just one of the things that I actually suggest. Okay, this is just one of the modules that I suggest inside the social tap. So you're seeing that right there. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to export this. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to include that into this for all of you that are, are kind enough to check this, this Hangout out. All right, so here we go. All right, guys, so essentially what I just showed you, this is some of the factors of what I'm talking about with social tap. Okay, that's just one of the 19 modules that I talk about in there, folks. That's just, and I'm just talking about the sticky feature. I'm just talking about how to make your content sticky in there. So, and again, I like sharing this because this is just cool. Because I guess it's just something for me. It's just cool to me. I just think it's cool to be able to show you stuff like this, and while I'm doing it, because I'm also doing a YouTube course. Excuse me. Let me do this. Let me show you something here. All right, see this right here? How to make your content sticky. All right, so let's go make your content sticky. All right. Make content sticky. Not on that page. So let's go Facebook. See, make your content sticky Facebook. You see all this, folks? Look at all the stuff that I'm talking about here. See how many times I use what I'm doing right now, how this actually ranks. So that's essentially what I'm talking about. So you guys are seeing, even though I am targeting how to make your content sticky, Facebook and Facebook review. Whammo. There you go. So you see that right there? That's 29 million. So I mean, you could go over and over and over and over and all this different stuff. But folks, that's what I'm sharing with you guys right now. I'm sharing with you, you know, a strategy. One of the, you know, kind of, it's part B or whatever in one of the modules in there. But right now, I'm showing you something that, you know, that sorry, that's the what I use. But there you go. All right, so let me take this off of here. So what I'm going to include in all, you know, for everybody that actually, you know, decides to watch this, I'm also going to include that that mind map in there. And so let's see if there's any Q&A. This feature is demo showcase. Okay, I guess I should just do the chat feature. No one's in there, no problem. So what I'm going to do at the end of this, folks, is I'm going to actually literally include that quick mind map for all of you. But you're going to have to get it because you're going to go to sharebeat.com, and I'm going to do how to make your content sticky post within ShareBeat. And if you want that mind map in there, you know, basically it's going. I'll send it on to you. But you're just going to have to opt in to get it. And you know, there you go. So, folks, I do my absolute best to try and train you on this, you know. So I'm going to recap here. Okay, one last time. Okay, I'm talking about making your content sticky. I'm making it sticky within Facebook, but also making it sticky across the internet. Okay, using the Facebook Note. So using Facebook fan pages, and Facebook Note. So remember, that's all funneling in there. And then what you're doing is you're using somebody else's content, popular content. You're adding your own words to the top of it. After that content, you maybe do an outro, 1 or 2 sentences, and then after that, you know, you do something like, you know, these are some popular sources that will probably be interested in this or whatever. Point it to a pin on Pinterest. Point it to a Tumblr post or, you know, whatever the case. Point it to a Twitter account. You know, point it to something on Instagram. Use 3 to 5 hashtags. Okay. Use Stinglink. Okay. Folks, what I'm talking about for all of you that are in here right now, these are some of the things I cover inside the social tab, and it's why it doesn't matter what your level of expertise, folks. You know what I talked about today, anybody can do. If you can literally copy, paste, and you have a thought in your brain, which you do, you know, you write something really quick. You don't have to copy. You don't have to manipulate any of the information. You can outbound links to some Twitter post, to a Pinterest post, to maybe highly relevant like New York Times post or, you know, Boston Globe or USA Today or whatever, folks. Don't complicate it. You saw that I did a real quick search. Excuse me. I did a very, very quick search. Okay, you can literally click on that, and let me just show you what I'm talking about. Let me just do one last thing, so you know, so you're crystal clear what I'm talking about here. So let's just say you do Derek Jeter, right? And you go to the Bleacher Report. See this right here? I'm going to show you right here. So let's just say you saw this and you absolutely loved it, and you absolutely loved what this was all about. You grab this content, or you go in here and let's just say that you wanted to use all of this in here. Okay, let's just say you did. Say you want to use all that in there, or whatever the case, and you literally put that post in there, or you know, you grab some of the images, you grab the video from there, or whatever the case. And I'm using this because it's just, I mean, this is something that I guarantee you that, you know, the captain, he's finally retiring, and you know, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Guarantee you he is. And Cooperstown's going to go nuts when he actually, you know, gets inducted. But say you use his information. Look at what they're doing. I'm gonna show you. Look at what they're doing. Okay, this is a relevant image. Let me exit out of that so you can see. Exit out of that. See. Okay, so by Getty Images, see this right here. So they obviously paid for that image. Okay, for the rights for that. So this right here, this is shared on MLB.com, an outbound link. All right, look, outbound link. It's an internal link to them, to their Yankees page. Internal link to them. This is the Bleacher Report. Derek Jeter, an internal link to them. So they're providing 3 inbound links to their. But look at this. You know, they basically embedded a post. Okay, see this right here? They embedded that. We can literally embed these posts. See how they did that? All they did here is curate this content. This is the Bleacher Report. Okay, look, they didn't do a whole lot here, folks. They got an image. They did a couple inbound links. They did an outbound link to MLB a video. 1 sentence. They grabbed a couple outbound links. You see my point here? Let me grab another one so you can see what I'm referencing here. Let's just say the New Jersey.com, and it's the Yankees. Okay, it's taking too long, so scratch that. So USA Today. See this right here? I mean, or for the win inside USA Today. See that? They got their own image in there. They got, look at that, Twitter. You think what I'm suggesting is popular? Look at that. 2 sentences, or 1 long sentence, 2 sentences. All right. Outbound link, outbound link, outbound link, outbound link. A post to somebody on their Twitter account. Look at the hashtags associated with it. You see that? See this right here? The hashtags. Derek Jeter. See all this stuff? See, folks, they're not doing anything complicated. See, and this is USA Today. You see this right here? This literally took them, what, a few times, and all they did was search this respect post, which I'm sure Nike is going to brand forever. And just think about what I'm sharing with you right now. Okay, see, look at that, 2.9 million shares, and then you're giving an outbound link to, say, a trusted source. So what I mean by a trusted source, folks, if the Bleacher Report for Derek Jeter Twitter, or let's just say Derek Jeter, how about that? So let's just say you reference this Wikipedia post, wink, wink, very authoritative post. New York Times, wink, wink. Here we go. Let's just show you how in-depth New York Times did on this. They actually treated it like it was an actual article. Notice, you see my point there? Look at what they did here, folks. Look at what they're doing. This is the internal structure of their page. But do you see what they're doing here? They wrote a really nice article. They're doing interactive images. Okay, that one's an interactive graphic, actually. They did a really long article to that. Okay, so if you used that article, reference them, pass on the outbound link. Why do you want to do that, folks? Because they're on the top slot of the news within Google. Okay, reference that Wikipedia link. It's on the top slot of Google. All right. You see this? You see what I'm getting at right now? So there you go. All right, I think you got the point now. So, folks, all right, I did my absolute best to show you how to actually make content sticky, how to make your content sticky, how to make any content sticky, and I showed you how to do it within Facebook Note. Okay, what I'm sharing with you is something that, okay, there's so many advantages. 1, you're not having to host this yourself. 2, you're literally going to have this source out there. You can go with something that's trending right now, have people interacting with your fan page really quickly. All right. So, one of the best parts about what I'm suggesting to you here is, think about what I'm suggesting. Okay. I'm telling you that, hey, use, say, Bleacher Report, use this, or because we're using Derek Jeter for this example, but use this example to make your content sticky. And then Do you think that you're going to go in and you think you're going to go onto every one of those pages that you mentioned and you're going to drop a link to your actual Facebook note or your Facebook fan page? Yeah, you are. Hopefully you do that. That's the extra 10 minutes you do after that. So let's just say on your actual fan page that day, we'll schedule out posts and, you know, being social within other posts within Facebook, you know, outside of making this content sticky, but you literally go into all these trusted sources, making a comment referencing your fan page on Facebook. Remember, most of these people are already commenting on, excuse me, the Facebook comment section. You know, it's eliminating that spam that was for these WordPress blogs and things like that. What does that do? That provides links pointing back to your Facebook note, your Facebook fan page. And it makes you look like an authority. So, and again, what that does is when you start tapping into the viral nature that's already out there, folks, it's a win-win all the way around. Okay, so folks, this was my Friday training session. I mean, I don't do them every day. I told you I would basically get on here and start doing these, but basically I'm trying to basically tell people about Social Tap because it's an amazing resource. And folks, this is newbie friendly. You don't have to be some expert, folks. Believe me, I put this course together so that you can literally start. It doesn't matter if you just came from up under a rock. You're like, what's Facebook? I created it that way. And also the great part about the Social Tap, everybody that's in Social Tap, that buys Social Tap, I'm actually putting together an actual group, a closed group that I'm going to be doing some other things. Even though I'm treating this like it's a $500 product. That's what it's evaluated at. Just this. This wasn't including none of the upsells that I had on that. But this is just the product itself. Only because I'm assuming that if I give you the right information and you take all this information to really, if I teach you how to socially tap into the internet using Facebook, Facebook's not going anywhere, folks. Just so you know that. If I teach you how to do that right, and then you start to make some money from this, what's going to happen as a result? That means that you're going to like the product on 22 Social. I'll send it to you because if you buy it through JVZoo, you buy it through 22 Social. You know, you can actually sell the product yourself. You can actually make a commission from it, and you can get a second level commission. You know, if you go through 22 Social platform, or if you do it through JVZoo, what that does is it helps get my name out there. It helps as many people as possible achieve results. And that's all I care about. I want to help as many people succeed online. Because like I told you, folks, for those of you who don't know me, when I first started online, I was a technophobe. I was scared I was going to break the internet. It was only because of the job I had. I had a job that if you made one false move, you can break that tool. You can actually shut down production. You can actually cost that customer site millions of dollars. Millions, okay? I'm not talking about, you know, scrapping, you know, $100 worth of product. I'm talking about scrapping hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars of product, and potentially affecting millions of dollars down line that can affect their bottom lines. Okay, and so for me, I understood the nuances of, you know, making calculated decisions with the right type of resources when I was a field service engineer. When I was a safety coordinator over at Samsung Austin, that's when I had my aha moment. I realized, like, holy crap, what am I doing? You know, what is it that I am, you know, I'm doing wrong? I took a technician approach in my business versus a business owner approach in my business. And Social Tap, that's what I'm helping people do. I'm helping them, no matter what your skill level, to literally be able to start and finish and have so many different trusted resources. And I actually include what I consider to be the most ninja resource within Facebook that you can get online, and it's free. But I include it in there on top of everything else. But I teach you how to basically do things like I taught you today. All right, I gave a little bit more in-depth training, but this is something right here that you can actually build off of. You can actually learn. You can use in your Facebook fan pages today, or if you don't have a Facebook fan page, you can start. And you can literally every single day. You don't need to hire some social media person. You can literally take this by, you know, if you're busy. I'm really super busy. I make the time to do it. Okay, I had made the time when I was working a full-time job, plus managing a big blog network, plus doing social media. Then when I start focusing on it full-time, you know, I had to figure out a way to schedule my time and make the best use of it. And this is what I'm sharing with you is for somebody who is a newbie, somebody who's a little bit more of an intermediate, someone's more advanced, or for somebody who's limited on time, somebody that wants to hand this over to their outsourcer, and somebody that just wants to make money. That's really it. I mean, remember, the true indicator of your success is how much money you're making and how big your bank account is growing. Okay, if you're not and you're spending more money than you're actually making, then you're not really succeeding online. Okay, just I hate to break that to you, but it's the truth. So, folks, this is bar none the easiest way I know to make your content sticky using Facebook. It is bar none the easiest possible way that you can literally start today. Use Facebook fan pages, use FB Note, and literally start to go from there. But watch this again. I showed you all those websites. They're not recreating the wheel, folks. They're doing exactly what I'm telling you to do. What you're reading on a daily basis and what you're interacting with, folks, I'm just clearly pointing it out to you, and I'm clearly pointing it out in a way that you should understand. All right? And this is, again, why. Oh, there you go. I'll get it right. There's Social Tap. The slimy mouth syndrome. So, all right, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And remember, a few years ago when I got hacked, what it did was it forced me to figure out what my why was. My why is to educate a macro community that funds a micro community that feeds a community. Folks, I love doing these trainings. I love helping people. Hopefully you got something out of this. Hopefully you realize that what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to educate you. I'm not just shoving crap down your throat. I literally gave you an education today on what no one's ever taught me. I literally figured that out. And it's something that I've shared with my students. And for those of you who don't know me, I've got thousands of students on the Udemy platform. And literally I have courses. Social Tap is my cheapest course. And it's literally 48, 49 pages, 19 modules long. I mean, that's my smallest course that I've ever created. So that goes to tell you how much I believe in the training that I provide. So I wish you all nothing but success. I'm so thankful for all of you that took the time to watch this, for any of you that I showed up during this, or any of you that took the time to actually watch this. Again, I do these impromptu for what reason? As I showed you before, I love taking over first page results. I love being able to share how, like, if you mention how to make your content sticky in Facebook, or how to make your content sticky, or how to make your content sticky review, or how to make your content sticky in Facebook review. Notice I used all those, and I'm mentioning those several different times. You can use somebody else's content. You can use your own content. You can use videos. You can use tweets. You can use whatever. But folks, use that content, add to it, utilize what it is that I taught you here, and literally do not recreate the wheel. Make this easier on yourself. Don't do what I did. I had to relearn a process that sucked, and I didn't have the results that I wanted, and I want you to have those results. I want you to experience success coming out of the gate as quick as possible. Sorry, I'm sure I'm gonna read that. I'll watch that later. I'm like, holy crap, what's in my mouth? Anyway, thank you so much for showing up. You guys have a fabulous Friday. I'm probably not going to be doing these for a little bit, so this might be the last training you see me do for a little while. I've got 2 courses I'm actually putting together. One, a YouTube course. 2, a LinkedIn course. And that's what you've been hearing in the background. My phone's going bananas because I'm just getting people hitting me up and getting more connections. Why? Because what I'm teaching works. What I'm talking about works, and I want you to have success. So, folks, thanks so much. You guys have a great day. Have an even better weekend. Hopefully your football teams win. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of baseball season. And more importantly, I hope that you enjoyed this, how to make your content sticky, how to make content sticky in Facebook. And hopefully you leave an awesome review. Hopefully you give me a big thumbs up if you're watching this on Facebook, or you're sharing it. Share it with those people, because I'm going to share it on one of the community or one of the fan pages that I run with. Because I like giving value every now and again. I don't always give them value. I stay dormant on some of these fan pages because for a particular reason. I do it just for a reason. Let's put it that way. And the second thing is, I love giving education, folks. I love being able to pass on stuff that I didn't know, that I had to. You don't have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. You don't have to spend all this time pulling your hair out, being frustrated in order to get it. Okay. You can take what I showed you today, make your content sticky. All right, make your content sticky in Facebook. Okay, if you wanted to know how to do it, I'm showing you the easiest way to do it. Okay, and it's something that I put this course together months ago. I finally just kind of launched it. I got around to launching it because I was kind of keeping it close knit. I was kind of like one of those like, it's one of my first courses I ever created. You know, really, I was going to do it. I was going to bundle it with some other things, and you know, here it is. I'm sharing it with you now. So thank you, folks. Sorry I'm talking so fast. It is Friday. I know your time is valuable. So thank you so much. You guys have a great day. Pick up Social Tap, folks. Sharebee.com/Social Tap. I'll assure you it's the most in-depth training that you're going to get for the cost. And, you know, once this price raises off the dime sale, I'm sorry, the only way you're going to be able to get it for probably cheaper is through my 22 social link. So, and at that point, you can actually resell it yourself. So, thank you so much, guys. You guys have a great day. Hope you learned something. Make your content sticky out there. Make your content sticky on Facebook. Start dominating the internet. It's easy to do when you know how to do it. And the thing is, I taught you how to do it today, and I teach you how to do it in Social Tap. All right, guys, have a great day. Have an even better weekend. All right, you guys have a good one.